people off the computer then? I mean, wouldn't we be like dogs in heat just humping everything in sight? I know I, for one, will.
Well, we actually get satiated on one thing, and then maybe we're going to want to eat something, and then we're going to want to create music. We're going to become better musicians. We're going to become funnier. Some of us are already pretty good at that, but...
you're saying that these computers will make us funnier?
Well, we're going to put them inside our bodies and brains to make ourselves smarter. And computers are already smarter than we are logically. Where we have an edge is getting the joke, being funny, being sensual, being loving. That's the threshold that we're on, to give computers those skills. And we're going to put them inside our bodies and brains to make ourselves greater in these qualities.
Will dogs be smarter?
The reason I'm calling today is to express my disappointment that you have invited this highly sophisticated crackpot and given him a national forum to express his pseudo-religious predictions that have no basis in objective reality.
If you go back 500 years, not much happened in a century. Now a lot happens in 6 months. Technology feeds on itself and it gets faster and faster. It's going to continue, and in about 40 years it's going to be moving so fast, the pace of change is going to be so astonishingly quick that you won't be able to follow it unless you enhance your own intelligence by merging with the intelligent technology we've created.
This guy is freaky. He says computers will have consciousness in just 25 years.
As we get to the 2030s, you're not going to be able to tell a clear difference between human and machine intelligence.
The big questions of life is, who are we? What are we going to become? What's the future like? And he's got one of the most incredible track records in history for his ability to predict with pretty darn good accuracy.
He's an award-winning scientist and engineer, a millionaire several times over because of his inventions.
Baker's wild.
These inventions may end up causing the worst war that humanity's ever had.
Corporations and governments and societies will be created and destroyed on the back of the technology that this book describes.
The world is flattening. The world that is globalizing.
Inventor Ray Kurswell thinks that one day humans may be able to live forever.
I want to live as long as I can. I don't want to die. If following Ray's regimen would put that day off, I'm very willing to do that.
I knew there was a reason I was keeping all this stuff, and he kept all this stuff. I do plan to bring back my father.
When toys for boys become more than toys.
Originally, when I first got her, I called her my synthetic girlfriend. But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like, you know, she's my wife.
37-year-old Dave Cat from Detroit says he has been in a relationship with his sex doll for more than 10 years. And it's in it, or in her, that he found his better half.
Just let her sleep. It's not even worth getting her out of bed at this point.
These days, Dave Cat's bond with the doll seems like a joke to many. But according to British artificial intelligence researcher Dr. David Levy, in a few decades, romance between humans and robots will be a common thing.
I'm completely convinced that within about 40 years, people will be falling in love with robots and even marrying them.
And this could be the great-grandmother of the future perfect robot mate. Meet Roxy, America's first sex robot. It talks and senses touch.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a nice outfit that you bought me. I really like it.
Can I kiss you?
I would love to have you kiss me.
This is the end, my only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end.
Integrating technology with human evolution seems like such a good sell for man. You're building a better you. But the fact is, it's just simply not true.
Human augmentation.
Human augmentation.
Surf industry. Rising deaths on the street.
This is a business that's driven by fear. If I don't improve myself, if I don't augment myself, then I'll be less intelligent, less capable, less strong than the rest of the human race.
Augmentation is a huge business for these corporations, and we're paying for it by sacrificing our humanity and freedom.
Violent clashes.
Reports of human experimentation.
We have to ask the question, are we playing God?
We've been integrating ourselves with technology for decades now, replacing damaged limbs with mechanical limbs, implanting data chips into our bodies, which give away huge amounts of information to governments and corporations all across the globe.
At no point have they thought about the consequences of their actions. They actively encourage you to exchange your perfectly functional body parts for upgraded augmentations. What they are doing is ethically and morally wrong, and they should be brought to justice.
Growing numbers of people experiencing
Today, Seraph Industries signed a new historic military deal.
I know that they are creating mass quantities of military-grade augmentations. I've seen testing on them, and it's very scary types of alterations.
They want to systematically turn us into machines and pump us full of their drugs.
You have to take neuropozyne, one of the most dangerous and addictive drugs that exists in the world today.
You'll have to take this drug for the rest of your life. If you don't, your body will reject your augmentations. It's a drug that's priced so highly that we are now seeing cases of high-profile people who are now out on the streets. They're begging for drugs. They'll have their technology in your body. They could have the power to turn off your limbs, the potential to turn off your eyes. They'll be able to send messages to your brain and control your thoughts as if they have the power of God.
If you don't take their drugs, you'll die.
People have been abused